In early September, an explosion struck the Gentleman Voice YouTube headquarters, and the Gentleman was captured by masked gunmen who were led by an evil and imposing general named Lord Doom. The issue that the General has with the Gentleman is that the Gentleman found The Lone Ranger to be a terribly good movie and therefore enjoyed it. Lord Doom therefore has taken over the Gentleman Voices YouTube and has captured the Gentleman. The Gentleman has escaped, and now 2 months have passed.
These are dark times. While my agents have done their hardest to provide only the material that is suitable for you, the viewers, we still have not recaptured the internet critic named Gentleman. So, in the interest of protecting you, we shall be implementing new rules. 1. All YouTube postings must receive the Lord Doom stamp of approval to be made live. 2. All viewer activity will be monitored. And 3. Every household must adhere to a 2-hour YouTube watching ration. Violators will be shot. As always, anyone harboring a gentleman shall be treated as an enemy. Now go, and remember, we have given the opinion back to you, the people. Create your own opinions, but make sure to get the Lord Doom stamp of approval. Doyle, this is Lord Doom speaking, your commanding officer. Have you spotted the gentleman yet?
Negative, sir.
Well, keep looking. It's been 2 months. He's bound to return soon.
Yes, sir. I'm absolutely burning for a fight. Then you're gonna love me. Oh, yeah.
Anyone harboring a gentleman shall be treated as an enemy. Now go, and remember, we have given the opinion back to you, the people.
Yeah, well, that of course is going to make people feel a lot safer. But what I've seen, there are some people in this world who would actually believe something that stupid. And sometimes there's only one way to show that something is absolutely ridiculous. And that's to review a movie that has something just as implausible and ridiculous in it. So, to reclaim the internet for you, even though it's technically never taken away from you, here's The Dark Knight Rises. So I know what you're thinking. Christopher Nolan's Batman trilogy? The trilogy that showed us one possible origin story for our Caped Crusader? The trilogy that exposed us to a voice modified with bear growls?
I'm Batman.
The one with the insane Joker that scared the hell out of everybody?
Why so serious?
How can that be so bad? Well, to answer your question, it's not. But there's still a lot to complain about when compared to the rest of the trilogy. So let's go ahead and take a look. The Dark Knight Rises opens with 3 prisoners being brought to a CIA agent who is already escorting a Russian scientist to America.
They work for the mercenary, the masked man, Bane.
Or Batman. After the last movie and how that ended, where he's being chased by the police and the dogs, that's a possibility too. But while interrogating one of the prisoners, it is quickly revealed to be none other than Bane. But this raises the question. You are a CIA agent, and you're escorting a scientist to America. A Russian scientist, mind you. and you were brought 3 prisoners out of the blue. There's no explanation for it, and you don't even check to see who they are? I mean, you could take the bag off the head, and you can see, oh my goodness, this guy's got a mask on, make him think like this, and who hires these idiots?
Was getting caught part of your plan?
Of course.
Now what's the next step of your master plan?
Crashing this plane.
You're on this plane too, though.
Calm down, Doctor. Now is not the time for fear. That comes later.
And now that we've been introduced to our villain for the evening, the film gives us a survey of all of our other main characters. Well, on Harvey Dent Day... yes, that's the actual holiday name. If you saw the last movie, it would sort of make sense, but even if you have, it's still stupid. Commissioner Gordon struggles with the truth about Harvey Dent, while Bruce Wayne has faded into shadows of obscurity, choosing to be a recluse from everyday life. But that doesn't stop your friendly, everyday, run-of-the-mill cat burglar dropping in. Although, if my cat burglar was Anne Hathaway, I'm pretty sure that she wouldn't be run-of-the-mill.
It's a beautiful necklace. Reminds me of one that belonged to my mother.
The manufacturer clearly explained.
It is uncrackable.
Oops.
And that's our Batman, folks. 8 years can apparently take out all of your skills. Cue the failure step! But this incident does bring Bruce Wayne back to the Batcave as he tries to figure out who the thief was.
You haven't been down here in a long time?
Trying to find out more about our jewel thief, Selina Kyle. Databases are full of close calls, tips from fences. She's good, but the ground is shrinking beneath her feet.
Yes, we only know her name, her address, her next of kin, her social security number, and her goldfish's social security number. But she's good.
We should send the police before she fences the pearls.
She won't. She likes them too much. And they weren't what she was after.
What was she after?
My fingerprints.
Exchange notes.
But then Alfred derails the conversation, which, since Bruce Wayne's prints were just lifted and could be used against him, that might be stupid idea number 1 for this movie, in order to lecture Bruce about not moving on from Rachel's death in the last movie.
You hung up your cape and your cowl, but you didn't move on. You never went to find a life. I know, and you lost them, but that's all part of living, sir. But you're not living. You're just waiting, hoping for things to go bad again.
Good talk, Alfred. Now, let's go ahead and get back on track about how we're going to deal with this cat burglar.
Remember when you left Gotham? You were gone 7 years. 7 years I waited. Every year. I took a holiday. I went to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of the Arno. Every fine evening I'd sit there.
Alfred, you're kind of losing focus.
I had this fantasy that I would look across the tables and I'd see you there with a wife, maybe a couple of kids.
Is there a reason you couldn't tell me this 8 years ago? Or 15 minutes from now after we've solved this crisis?
I never wanted you to come back to Gotham. I always knew there was nothing here for you except pain and tragedy.
Good pep talk, Alfred. I'm gonna go, slit my wrists now. Excuse me. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle meets with her client to give over Wayne's fingerprints, but then the police show up. But many of the goons escape into the sewers, and Gordon decides to chase after them.
You 3! Down with me! You 2! You go down! Cover the next exit!
Ah yes, the old cops go into dangerous place and all get blown up except for the main character cliche. That's what happens in shows like 24 and the Pink Panther movies.
Well, the bomb destroyed half the block and Clouseau survived.
Gordon gets captured and is brought to bay.
It's the police commissioner.
And you brought him down here.
Well, yeah, I mean, we could have just killed him up there with all of his buddies, but we thought we'd bring him down here to you just for some giggles. Yeah, we're funny, Bob.
He's alone.
Slash him, then I will kill you.
Extreme. But that's still only slightly less motivational than Alfred's pep talk. They find Gordon's speech that reveals the evils Harvey Dent committed as Two-Face, and Gordon escapes, getting wounded in the process. Luckily, a hotshot officer named Blake finds him and takes him to safety. And in answer to your question, no, I don't know how he found Gordon, but I can make a guess. Magic!
Wah, 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 wah.
Huh? What's that?
Wah, 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 wah.
This is supposed to be based in reality?
Wah, wah.
Yeah, sure, because we got a guy who dresses up in a bat suit to go fight crime. I mean, what's not realistic about...
Wah, 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 wah.
That's supposed to be taken realistically?
Wah, wah, wah.
Well, then I guess the reason is it's just coincidental plot logic. Meaning no logic. Blake goes to see Bruce Wayne and tells him that Gordon is in the hospital. Why, you may ask? Because they were both orphans, apparently, and that gives Blake the ability to discern from a look on Bruce's face long ago that, hey, Bruce Wayne is Batman! And anyone wearing eyeglasses looking at Clark Kent's glasses would definitely see that those were just a disguise for Superman.
I don't know why you took the fall for Dent's murder, but I'm still a believer in the Batman, even if you're not.
But despite this being a totally illogical plot convenience to move the plot forward, it does at least spur Bruce into action as he goes to see Gordon.
The Batman has to come back.
What if he doesn't exist anymore?
He must.
I'm sorry, but didn't we have this conversation already? First with Alfred, then with Blake? Isn't this one a little redundant? Bruce goes to see Fox, who tells him that the company is broke. Oh, and that there's a fusion reactor designed and funded by this woman named Miranda Tate that Bruce okayed and then won't let them turn on even to save Wayne Enterprises from bankruptcy because it might be turned into a weapon. But the main detail that you really need to know is that both Fox and Alfred want Bruce to marry this Miranda Tate woman, because apparently she's someone high up in the Wayne Enterprises food chain. Oh, and Fox collected a whole bunch of Wayne Enterprise prototype weapons, including what I'd call a hover tank.
Oh, it has a long, uninteresting Wayne Enterprises designation. I just took to calling it the Bat. And yes, Mr. Wayne, it does come in black. Works fine.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a but in there somewhere.
Except for the autopilot.
Well, I'm sure that detail is not going to be at all important later in the story. Yet, you know, we're now 40 minutes in, and finally we're going to get our first sighting of Batman. But first we need some exposition about Bane.
Born and raised in hell on earth.
Born in prison?
No one knows why or how he escaped. But they do know that once he did, he was trained by Ra's al Ghul, your mentor.
Oh. Well, now we finally got someone who's the fighting equal of Batman. I'm actually looking forward to a fight now between Batman and Bane. I think it's going to be awesome. But no, instead we get the next best thing. The Gotham City Stock Exchange, where Bane's terrorists are attacking. Don't know why, but they're attacking. Bane sets up a computer transfer of some kind, but then the police arrive.
Time to go mobile.
Wait a minute, where did those motorcycles come from? I can't imagine that security was just like, oh wait, you've got a motorcycle? Nah, don't use a parking structure. Go on in, use the lobby. It's totally cool, man. The police start a chase, but then...
What's going on with the lights?
Yes! It's finally Batman!
Boy, you
You are in for a show tonight, son.
And I'm sure that Batman and the police will all work together for the common interest of stopping Bane's nefarious plot and stopping the terrorists from...
I'm gonna do what Jim Gordon never could.
What's that?
I'm gonna take down the Batman.
You know, it seems like this that give law enforcement a bad rep. I mean, you're called in to stop some robbers and defuse a hostage situation, may I add? And you decide to abandon both of those goals to chase after a supposed murderer, and just because he killed Harvey Dent, and you think that that is a good reason to go hunt him down, even though the only reason you're really doing it is for your own glory?
So what about the armed robbers?
That's exactly the point. That they should be at least given some attention, but no, you just call in every available police resource to go chasing after a goal that helps no one except yourself. And it's not even for a real reason. The reason that he gives is...
I'm gonna do what Jim Gordon never could.
This is nothing more than an old-fashioned my gun is bigger than your gun contest. And it makes the police look like idiots, which is unfair to them. And to make it even worse, the police chase of Batman goes on and on and on. How hard do you have to hammer into the audience that the police are totally clueless and stupid, and only Batman is able to handle any situation that comes up? Let's just get to the part where Batman escapes and they all look like doofuses.
Oh hey, we were totally stupid. Why didn't we go for the guys we could actually catch?
Alright, so... we're done with the stupid police theme, right? We're gonna let them be back to their normal intelligence selves and we're gonna move on and move past this. Right? Batman finds Selina and demands to know what she did with Bruce Wayne's prints.
I need to know what you did with Bruce Wayne's fingerprints.
I sold his prints to Daggett.
What's he gonna do with them?
I don't know. But Daggett seemed pretty interested in that mess at the stock market.
Maybe he was worried about his stocks. Well, Doom, I'm picking up an unauthorized YouTube upload. It's the gentleman.
Yeah, sure.
Voice print matches about 90%.
Call Doyle immediately.
Come in, Doyle. Doyle, come in. Not responding, sir.
I think the gentleman got him. I think he's dead.
Find the gentleman, but I will kill you too.
What?
That's an order, command.
Yes, sir.
Alfred, enough.
Batman returns to the Batcave, where he finds Alfred is not too pleased with his antics.
You thought I didn't have it in me?
No, you led a bloated police force a merry chase with a load of fancy new toys from Fox. What about when you come up against him? What then? I see. The League of Shadows resurgent.
You said he was excommunicated.
By Ra's al Ghul.
Ra's al Ghul was the League of Shadows and I beat him. Bane is just a mercenary, and we need to find out what he's up to. Trades of some kind. And my fingerprint courtesy of Selina Kyle.
That should be an instant red flag. Shouldn't they call the stock exchange and be like, hey, someone just stole my prints and are using them to do illegal trades in my name. Stop it? But Alfred's not done.
I've sewn you up, I've set your bones, but I won't bury you. I've buried enough members of the Wayne family.
You leave me?
No. I know what this means.
What does it mean?
It means your hatred. And it also means losing someone that I have cared for. But it might also mean saving your life. And that is more important.
Goodbye, Alfred.
So after that emotional sucker punch, Batman's left without his trusty friend. And, I don't know. I know it's integral to the Batman story arc in this movie that Alfred be not with him. But, it doesn't quite ring true to the Alfred character. I mean, he's always stuck by Bruce Wayne through thick or thin.
You still haven't given up on me.
Never. Is it just me? Am I really the only person who thinks this? Let me know, please! But the next day, the bad news strikes, as it appears Bruce Wayne is now bankrupt. Now wait a minute. Even if Bruce Wayne did not contact the guys and say, we gotta be marble, man, handle this, bada bing, bada boom, Gotham Stock Exchange was just hit by a terrorist attack. And if the stock exchange was made in that time period, wouldn't it be kind of suspicious and people would be like, oh, okay, we need to look into this. But that's not important, as Bruce Wayne is meeting with Miranda Tate. Don't remember her? She's the woman that everyone else wants him to marry. And he shows her the fusion reactor.
Someone will figure out a way to make this power source into a nuclear weapon. I need you to take control of Wayne Enterprises.
You don't have the authority really to make a statement or a decision like that, so, well, you know what, I'm just gonna let the logic slide on that. There's plenty of other things to nitpick. Bruce returns home, but he's locked out because Alfred's gone. Luckily, Miranda Tate follows him home, and they break in the side door. Now wait a minute! What's she doing at his home? I mean, they conclude their business back at the reactor. What more do they have to... Hello there! Hello, drive-by romance! Where did this come from? I mean, when has Bruce Wayne ever showed he had any interest in this woman and having her in his... Oh, screw it. They have sex and then Bruce slips out to be Batman and meet his other girlfriend. I mean, it's true. Selina agrees to lead him to Bane, but...
You made a serious mistake.
Says the bat in a trap. What did you think was gonna happen? But at least we finally get that fight between Batman and Bane that I wanted about, 30 minutes ago. Yeesh.
Battle 1. Fight!
Why am I even here? Seriously, he's got it.
Never should have been on the bat.
Throw a batarang! Throw a batarang! Your punches are doing nothing! Seriously, step it up!
You fight like a younger man. There's nothing held back.
Finally, Batman's using one of his toys. I was kind of expecting something a little more.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it. The shadows betray you because they belong to me. Perfect.
Well, to this movie's credit, it was a pretty good fight. Minus the Batman illogicalities. But you know what? I enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. And I thought also the lack of music, surprisingly, was actually really effective, because it actually made it seem even more hopeless, and it was even that much more effective. Good move. Good move, movie. Bane reveals that his base is beneath Wayne Enterprises' R&D department, where all the weapons that Fox so carefully collected lie, and he blows open the roof to claim the armory of bat weapons. After that, he decides to... I haven't thought of anything to say to that yet. Here's a montage of reactions.
Dude.
Whoa. Holy sh**. Yeah, I think those cover it. I mean, wow! He broke Batman's back? How is he supposed to save the day if he can't do anything? I mean, I know that happens in the comics and someone else has to take over for Batman, but who's gonna do that in this reality-based movie? Robin? No, forget that. I didn't say anything like that. I did not say that. No! They take Bruce to a prison, somewhere in who knows where? For the sake of future illogicalities, let's just say it's somewhere outside of Gotham in an undisclosed area.
Why didn't you just kill me?
Your punishment must be more severe.
Bane Bane tells Bruce that he will destroy Gotham, and there's even a nice TV for him to watch it on.
And then, when it is done, then you have my permission to die.
Why not just kill him now so that way if he does escape, however unlikely it may be, he can't come after you to stop you? Oh, I forgot his back is broken. He really shouldn't be able to do that anyway. Selina is caught and put in jail, but Bane goes to Wayne Enterprises and kidnaps Fox and Miranda in order to gain control of the fusion reactor, just as every single police officer is sent into the sewers. Insert my previous rant. So Bane decides to use it to destroy Gotham and... or he does that. Wait, isn't it his plan to destroy Gotham?
This is the instrument of your liberation. This bomb is armed. This bomb is mobile. And we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of this city to the people.
Now this is where the movie really starts to break down. I mean, Christopher Nolan only shows a few people taking up resistance against this madness. And the rest of the people we have to assume are out
breaking out inmates and tearing down the rich.
Meanwhile, everyone just ignores the fact that there's a madman running around with a nuclear bomb and a guy with a remote detonator to blow it up with, and the bomb, while it is unplugged from the reactor, is becoming more and more unstable, which means it is going to explode in
a matter of months.
5 by my calculations.
So in the guise of liberating the city, he's going to destroy the whole city anyway. Why doesn't he just blow up the bomb already then? What does he have to prove? Anyways, Bruce gets his back fixed by one of his fellow inmates. Yeah, don't question the movie's logic about how he recovers so quickly. It'll be easier for you then. And he tries to escape. Gordon and Blake head up the tiny resistance group and track the bomb's movements. Bruce finally escapes the pit just as Gordon and the heroes get caught by Bane on the day before the bomb explodes. And that's half an hour or so after all logic was lost. Bruce makes it into Gotham. Wait, weren't all the bridges blown up and... who cares, logic is dead anyways. And enlists Selina Kyle's help. Then meets with Fox.
Any move I make on Bane or the bomb, Trigger Man sets it off.
It'll have to be a microburst. Long wave.
Could you block it?
Yes. But I'll need the EMP cannon guidance mount from the bat.
That's nice and all, but what about Gordon and his friend's imminent death?
This blocks the remote detonator signal to the bomb. Get it onto it before sunrise. They might hit the button when it starts.
When what starts?
War.
Oh good, that means we're at the climax. Oh yeah, this is really riveting choreography. Now if only I really cared about any of these police officers and... oh hey, there we go, that's more like it.
So you came back to die with your city?
I came back to stop you.
Kind of a weak comeback, but okay.
Final battle. Fight!
Cover the doors.
Tell me where the trigger is. Then you have my permission to die.
Yeah! That's how you take a line from earlier in the movie and you make it sound badass.
Where's the trigger?
And well, it kind of explains why she was such a big deal later on.
So apparently her whole deal is that she is the daughter of Ra's al Ghul, and she's there to avenge her father's death by destroying Gotham.
But, god dang it! It's kind of a letdown, really. I mean, in the comics, Bane is supposed to be a general for the dregs of society, a strategist, a master of thinking and strength. But this, making him into a two-bit lackey, is kind of like the Iron Man 3 twist.
My name's Trevor. Trevor's Factory.
What do you decoy your double, right?
Well, I mean, not understudy. No, absolutely not.
And I thought that twist was actually kind of funny, but I guess that everyone else thought that the character got buggered. Just like Bane is here, so I understand how you guys feel, okay? I understand. Luckily, Gordon is able to get the radio wave blocker on the bomb before Miranda can detonate it. So she goes to grab the bomb before the heroes can disarm it. And Bane?
We both know that they have to kill you now.
Wow, that was anticlimactic. I'm really starting to get even more upset about how Bane's character got treated. Batman and Catwoman intercept Miranda and kill her. There's not enough time to reconnect the bomb to the reactor, so Batman hooks it to the bat and flies it out over the bay.
That's detonation.
Well, he's dead. There was no autopilot after all, so I guess this movie did manage to make this whole heroic epic into a tragedy after all.
This entire autopilot system is completely obsolete.
Please, I just need to know what I could have done to fix it.
But, Mr. Fox, it's already been fixed.
Ah! The one uplifting... Okay, that sounds really morbid when you say it that way, but the one uplifting thing that could really change the thing, where Batman sacrifices himself to save the town that he cares so much about, that's not going to be happening, is it? Because the autopilot is fixed and available, so he's not going to be dead, is he? I knew it! Damn it, Nolan! I mean, that was your chance, and you lost it. Oh, and Blake, whose real name is Robin, finds the Batcave and the movie's over. But it would have been a much more powerful ending if you actually had Batman have to sacrifice himself and Blake take on the role. But, at least, after 2.5 hours, it's finally done. Oh dude, I think I found him.
Good. Where is he?
One moment, he's in the building.
You, leave him to me. I will break him myself this time.
I thought you were going to kill me.
I'll kill you later.
The hell is that? I'm out of here. So that was The Dark Knight Rises, and it fell and it killed the series. Not to say it failed in everything. The beginning plot was good, the returning cat was good, hell, even Tom Hardy was a good Bane. But it needed a villain along the same lines of Heath Ledger to make it shine. It needed an evil plot that wasn't a combination of both the Joker and Ra's al Ghul's plans. And the biggest sin in a Batman movie, it needed more Batman! But, for all that, if it wasn't connected to the other two really good Batman movies, then I would probably enjoy it a lot more than I apparently...
Mr. Gentleman.
Doom.
Surprised to see me?
No. You just made a terrible mistake.
Not as terrible as the one you made coming here. What is your opinion about the Lone Ranger? In your time as a YouTube critic, your opinions have been way off. You do not deserve to be a critic, and no one should listen to you.
You're right. They shouldn't.
What?
I'm not a critic because my opinion matters. I'm a critic because I want to share my thoughts. This is a business built on sharing thoughts, not dictating what everyone should believe. You took umbrage at my opinions about the Lone Ranger because you thought the movie was bad. And you're right, it was. But I found it enjoyable just because of that reason. No one has to like a movie just because I do. All I want to do is bring people together and unite them in discussion, sharing different points of view.
An admirable sentiment, but flawed. We both know I still have to destroy you.
Maybe. But I still might have a way to convince you not to.
And what is that?
Gun!
Ah, so you think bullets are your allies? Well, it seems that they are. You win this time, gentlemen. I'll get you later.
Wow, I was expecting something more. Well, that's The Dark Knight Rises, folks, and that's also my philosophy. We can agree or disagree, but that's what this whole thing is about. Thank you for watching. Cheerio. And farewell.